Have you ever wondered what happens when a bride is so anxious? Well, let me tell you, I have a funny story. So, I had a bride who was super anxious that I wouldn't show up to her booking, and she told me she had bad dreams that I wouldn't show up. So, she stayed up on the morning of her wedding super early to make sure that I was on my way to her. But guess what? When I got there was no one to open the door at her house. I kept knocking. I always knock so that I don't wake up any of the family members, but then I had to resort to ringing the doorbell and still no one answered. I knocked even harder, and I was so desperate that I even went and knocked on the windows. And I had been texting her and calling her at the same time to see what was going on. Mind you, this was at 4 a.m. in the morning and the middle of the winter, and it was so cold outside. And yes, that was the wedding house. There were signs outside and lights. Well, 30 minutes later, she finally opens the door and says, "I'm so sorry, I fell asleep." Can you believe that? Now, because she let anxiety get the best of her, everything ended up running late.